Okay, so today I'll be opening this ZT Kin Onion Edition pocket flipper spring assisted pocket knife. It's the clone version that I ordered from Wish. Again, because I'm not in the current want or desire to spend hundreds of dollars on knives I'm just going to use to tear up for a few weeks and do a review on. So figure if anybody's looking for anything affordable that will pass the test of a guy who uses knives pretty much every day of the week for all the different facets of work and stuff that he does, and you want an opinion on it, I mean, this is probably going to be one of the cheaper ways to go for that. So again, this is the ZT Kin Onion design, and I actually owned one of these before and I sold it. Like I said, I buy things, I sit on them for a while, especially if they're expensive, and then I get bored of just staring at them, and I end up selling them and buying something else, doing something different. So that one I didn't really use too much. Again, it was an incredibly expensive knife, and I felt almost guilty taking it out every day, so it sat in a drawer. So this one, like the others I've done so far, I'm going to take them out and use every day. It kind of makes it easier. So again, ZT, the Kin Onion, this is the unboxing. You can see when I got the box, this is basically sat in a drawer since I got it. The box itself was kind of beat up, but I mean, it's coming all the way from China, so there's going to probably be some sort of shipping issues, but you can see it's got some marks, got some crinks and stuff. Like that knife bounced around in there a lot. Still a pretty sturdy box. The coloring's a little different than the real ones. Another reason, another thing you can look for to know if they're fake or real, but that's not what these videos are. These videos are about this exact specific knife that I got off Wish. So this is it, the ZT Kin Onion design. And you know, right off the bat, I like the way it looks. I like the contours, the style to it, almost like a ridge back here to fit in the palm of your hand. There we go. And look at that blade. I like that curve, the nice deep belly, the beveled edges here at the top, the spine. That's a pretty thick knife. The mechanisms for flicking that out were smooth, right? I mean, there was no catch, there was no snag, it just snapped right open. I like that. The grip here, I think this is a G10 or a micarta. I might be wrong. I need to do a little more brushing up on my different knife handles, but it's got texture, so your hand's not just gonna slide around on it. That's a good grip, and the way that fits right into my hand, I feel like my hand's not going anywhere. That's gonna stay in there. Good strong grip. That is really nice, actually. I'm liking this more and more every second I'm looking at it. It's got a good weight to it. It's got a good feel in my hand. I don't feel like it's gonna bounce around and drop around if I open my hand to change positions. You know, it's got a good balance to it as well. And overall, I like the blade length, and I like the handle length for this knife. Very sturdy, very firm, very well put together, solid. There's no wiggling, there's no jiggling, nothing. Just a very tight, firm knife. It's got a good little blade on it. It's got a good little edge. I'm trying to see if I've got any paracord in here. I usually have a bunch that I just cut to pieces, but I guess I came a little unprepared for this video. Yeah, I don't have any around the desk at the moment, so we're just going to try to stick to paper cutting for this one right out of the box. Let's see how sharp this is. Get my handy dandy little paper here. All right, so it took a little bit to catch that edge, but once it caught that edge, I barely put any pressure through it, and it cut right down that paper. Not as sharp as the one I had before, actually. There was no catch at the top edge. It was always just cutting right through. There's going to be a little give and play here because I'm working with a camera right above this, and it's kind of funky. But right out of the gate, sharp enough to just cut through that paper, no problem. I really wish I had went and grabbed some paracord for this. Oh well, it's an oversight I'll have to fix next time. And comfortability. You guys already heard me rant on this for a few minutes. Comfortability, that feels like that was made for my hand. I mean, that's going nowhere. I could stab a car door, you know, not that I'd have to stab a car door, but in any kind of situation, if I had to get anything with this, my hand's not going anywhere. And that's awesome. That big belly there, I like that because with what was it? The Evatac knives, that kind of pointed belly made it really easy to chop zip ties and other things of that nature. And that belly here is probably gonna, with the weight of this, is gonna lend a lot of potential edge here for chopping, which is awesome because I like to test these out by cutting little peppers and things after I've cleaned the blade, of course, while I'm making, you know, like eggs and pepper sandwiches or something to the effect thereof. And I like that chopping ability. So right out of the gate, the ZT Kin Onion design, it does feel a little different than the one I owned before. But this one that I bought off of Wish, the clone, not the authentic, it just fits incredibly perfect in my hand. The weight of it is perfect. I mean, this is probably going to rival my feel for the Evatac knife that I was so enamored with. And I'm really pleased with this right out of the box. Right out of the box, this knife, I would give it a 10 out of 10. There's not a single thing I feel like is wrong with this. And I mean, I've grown to really like the axis lock on the other knives. Here we pull it down, but I'm always a sucker for a good spring assist. And then the compression lock here, never had a problem with them. So if you're on the fence about this, the Kin Onion ZT clone from Wish, any of you are looking at this potential knife as something to buy, right out the box, right out of the gate, very happy with my purchase. I believe this one was a little more expensive though. If I'm correct, I think I spent shipping and everything on it right around $45. It's like $39 and some change for the knife, and then like $12 shipping. A little bit more expensive than the other two that I bought. But I feel like it's worth it. I feel like, you know, these are clones, but they're still very well-made knives. And you almost have to wonder how much different the authentic knives are than these. Is it just name brand? Do they use higher-end carbon steels or tool steels or stainless steels? I mean, I'm going to start looking into that, I think, to find out what the differences really are between these knives, between the clones and the authentic ones. But if you're interested, if this is something you're going for, I'd give this a 10 out of 10 right out of the box. But if you guys have watched these videos, you know I like the bigger knives, the heavier knives, big old clumsy hands of mine. So something that removes a lot of potential for error, slipping, tripping, falling, dropping. I always like that. Anyways, if you got any questions or concerns, I'm going to run this knife for the next 2 to 3 weeks, doing everything I can with it, getting all my bases covered, putting it through the ringer. If you see this video and you want me to try doing something in particular with it that you might do with your knives that you're looking to see if it works for, just shoot me a comment or something, and I'll make sure to put that into my daily use plan for this. All right, thanks again, folks. Bye.